Monday, August 30th. Last week, Dave was trenching for electrical lines up into Mikasa and along the sidewalk for lights toward door 4. Soon, reinforcements arrived to help pull the electrical cables through the newly dug trenches. Below my balcony, these two workers are fighting the wind to keep the plans unfolded so they can determine where the expansion joists belong on the new retaining wall. Other crew are getting things prepared, having bricks available, making little wooden tables for the mortar, just generally getting ready. Finally, the second retaining wall starts, but these guys have to climb through those sharp rebar posts. Please be careful. This worker is carrying 6 bricks. He repeated it several times for the bricks on the wall. This truck has collected all of the pallets around the work site to get them out of the way. After a long day, the wall was almost chest high on the workers. On the solarium, Orlando is starting to chisel out areas for the U-clips to fit between. And guess who gets to clean it up? Rehenyo. Orlando said he doesn't really mind. Rehenyo was suspiciously quiet on the matter. This week, weather was no different. Some days the skies were dark and rumbly. Other days it was so vibrantly blue, it was hard to believe it was real. On the north side by Alta Vista, I watched this SkyTrack gently move between the building and the construction trailer with metal studs for healthcare. When I peeked in the window by the hair salon into the healthcare demo, I could see that many studs had been applied already. From the outdoor courtyard by the cafe, I can look through and see the healthcare outdoor space on the other side. Brown wooden square is going to be a new planter box. We'll get Wilbur to take a look at that from the air later. When I walked down the hallway at the new Sandia expansion, I saw this pole with holes. I'll have to find out what that's about. Turns out a resident donated a sculpture, and this is going to be the base. A few days later, they were putting landscaping plastic and gravel down in this area. Finally, there were plants installed around the base and over next to the pool. Speaking of the pool, it's looking cleaner and brighter every time I go by. I hope we can swim soon. I looked up and was shocked to be staring at this worker. I think we scared each other a little bit, but he smiled and waved. In the pool courtyard, workers continue to level the ground, get rid of rocks and surface roots, and just any general thrash that would not help sod. Along near the patios, workers are fighting old landscaping and tough, heavy roots, trying to realign the metal frame between grass and gravel. If you have an irrigation or piping issue, it looks like these workers are prepared with every size elbow imaginable. Standing in the fitness classroom, I looked up to see the metal finish on, I guess, the bottom of the overhang. This worker arrived with an outside light and was installing it. I stepped out the door and started peppering him with questions about what's happening with the metal and the trim work. He laughed and very politely said, "Ma'am, I'm an electrician. I don't know about any of that other stuff." Where the 4,000 wing and the new 6,000 wing join, they've started putting up scaffolding. Residents will be so happy when this yellow-brown corner is finished. This door is to be used for fire or emergencies only, but with Oscar, I can show you what's on the other side. When you enter from the north parking lot, the first thing you walk past is the parking structure. Then the elevator bays, which now have doors on them. Don is carrying Wilbur in the palm of his hand with the camera on. The first thing they want to see is the wood shop. As I look up on this hallway, I'm impressed with how clean it looks when it's painted. There are 2 solar tubes on opposite ends of the wood shop. These faceted faces on the solar tubes will let in a lot of light and be muted on cloudy days. Don does a slow pivot around the perimeter, and I can hear Wilbur saying, "Wouldn't this be great for races around the poles?" We go up a flight of stairs to the first floor of independent living apartments. When you enter the front door of an apartment, you pass an open kitchen. It has a window and will be easy to see the people in the dining room or in the living room. Great fan. Ceiling has a lot of small lights, so you can choose the amount you need. Closets for the washer and dryer are complete and have nice doors. Ooh, I want one of these big walk-in closets. Don and I have to share. Some bathrooms have shower stalls with beautiful tile and a cubby for shampoos and other necessities. Some bathrooms have bathtubs, and the decorative tiles are slightly shimmery. Another closet, but this one isn't as grand as that walk-in we saw. Some bedrooms have wood flooring and room fans. Other bedrooms have carpet. It depends on the plan and the size of the apartment. Outside each apartment is a niche. It will have a stone ledge and a drawer beneath it to keep whatever you want in it. As we walk down the long, dark hallway toward the solarium on the east, Wilbur was telling Don he was afraid and his lights weren't very bright. Don said he was bigger than any boogie that might come after us. I always take pictures looking at the solarium, so I decided to do a span across the casitas to see how it looked from inside. Don decided I needed a mental health day, so he took me south of Berlin to visit a friend who raises German short-haired pointers. There was a litter of 8 puppies, and they were so excited to have someone new to chew on and play with. Mom watched from her kennel and made sure we didn't do anything we shouldn't to her babies, but she never made a peep. They are full of energy and very difficult to catch on film. Don started playing tug-of-war with a broom, and pretty soon he found out they're really smart. Biddy enlisted his brother's help, and together they almost won the tug-of-war with Don. Outside, they were chewing on everything: grass, fence, each other, wood. These biddies are 8 weeks old. We got tired before the puppies did, I think, but Don tried to keep up with them. A few seemed to be happy to stay in their kennels. I'm not sure they liked seeing strangers. Even with this beautiful face, we didn't come home with a puppy. These Drotthauers cost $1,800 each. When we got home, we found that Howard Paul had a mask that would have been perfect for visiting puppies.